Welcome back to the great new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies, where we break down the box office weekend of April 22nd to April 24th, the worldwide and domestic 22 charts, also previewing the weeks ahead. My name is Max Zinberg. Welcome back to Max Talks Box Office here on Max Talks Movies. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do this box office breakdown show every single Monday. I also have other movie reviews, TV show reviews, and movie rankings on a daily basis. So please subscribe, ring that bell to notify when these specific videos drop. Also, please comment down below. Let me know what movies you see in theaters this past weekend. And let me know, are you to go again this upcoming weekend with nothing new coming out? Are there films that you've missed that you're going to go check out? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button. That's to support this channel the best way possible. Helps the algorithm so more people who want to hear about box office listen to me in this lovely channel. So please like that video. Let's get just right to the chase today. So let's first look at this past weekend domestically from April 22nd to April 24th. And that which is basically technically still second to last week of April, because next week will be from the 29th of April to May 1st. So we'll talk about that next week, obviously, but let's get into this week's box office. 3 new movies hit theaters this weekend, and one is number 1. That is DreamWorks' The Bad Guys, continuing to prove that animated films and really family films are one of the biggest driving forces for people going to theaters these days. Well, everyone wants to say superhero films, and obviously they are definitely the biggest juggernauts out there. A very close second have been family films. The Bad Guys opened with 23.9, just under $24 million. This is a film that I think out of the 3 films, at least in my space, was the film being talked about the least. And I'm a big DreamWorks guy. The Northmen and Unbearable Talent were getting a lot of talk, especially from critics. This film went under the radar, but because it's a family film, a new, original, non-IP animated film from a big-time animated studio, did very well, opened on par to films like Encanto and Sing 2, which had very long legs at the box office. And with nothing coming out the next week, The Bad Guys has an opportunity to continue to claim the box office number 1 for more than 1 week. So a big win for DreamWorks. Had a lot of competition this week, and it's just number 1. In number 2 for the second straight weekend is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It dropped 47% in its 3rd week, 15.6 for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. In its 3-week total domestically is 146.2. So as you said, as I said earlier, back to these top 2 films are family films. Now, obviously, Sonic opened much bigger than The Bad Guys, but also that's because it's based on an IP from a known entity. But Sonic 146 in 3 weekends, clearly showing that Paramount does have a massive franchise that they have. Obviously, the Knuckles TV show, Sonic 3 are in the works. But Sonic 2 is doing very well, holding up pretty solid for a family film and climbing up the ranks domestically. We'll get to that list in just a second. In 3rd place, dropping in its 2nd weekend, is Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. It dropped 67% in its 2nd weekend, $14 million for Fantastic Beasts 3, and its 2-week total domestic is 67.1. Massive blow this past weekend. And you say, well, other films have dropped 67%, Max. Why is this a bad one? This film has a yes, I'm not joking around, a $200 million budget. So it needs to make overall $400 million to just break even with the film. This film has done absolutely bad here, not very good domestically. Obviously, last week we talked about it was the by far lowest opening of the total of the 11 film Fantastic Beasts franchise. So it's a big downgrade. We'll see what happens with the Wizarding World. Obviously now Warner Brothers is now Warner Brothers Discovery. We'll see what goes next. J.K. Rowling's doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, Johnny Depp court stuff is currently going on. Ezra Miller was arrested again the week the film came out. So there's just a lot going wrong for the film. So we'll see where the Wizarding World goes next. If they break up, if this franchise even continues on, we shall see. But just not good news at the box office, at least domestically, for this film. In fourth place is the second movie that opened up this weekend. That is The Northmen from Robert Eggers from Focus Features, $12.2 million for The Northmen. This is not a great opening. Robert Eggers' films, while really, as a lot of people, as I agree with, masterful, if you're talking about The Witch and The Lighthouse, these films are just not widespread movies. And Robert Eggers has a niche. And the problem with that is that this film studio, Focus, gave him $70 million, which means The Northman at least, again, has to hit really 100. This is 70 million without advertising, at least really needs to hit 140 million to break even. This could be a big loss for the studio, even though it's getting rave reviews from critics. It is getting hammered by audiences. It has a B cinema score, which is really bad, a bad cinema score. Very similar to The Green Knight last year, which was widely accepted by critics as a masterful film, but no one really saw it at the box office. It kind of disappeared during awards season. And this could be, while The Northman opened much bigger than The Green Knight, this has a chance to possibly fade away just because of this opening so early in the year. And just Robert Eggers' films are not doing well. And as we all know, kind of, it's sad to say, but Alexander Skarsgård so far has not proven that he is a bankable lead actor in Hollywood, but we shall see. And in fifth place, wrapping up the top five, is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, $7.1 million. Again, a low opening for the Nick Cage film where he plays himself. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to review either this or The Northman this past weekend, but I will be reviewing The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent tomorrow on the channel, so please stay tuned for that. But 7.1 is the opening for this film. Open at South by South has a lot of buzz to it, but I think a lot of people with the title being kind of confusing, just, again, a film that just doesn't open as great. So The Bad Guys doing better than those two previous films. If we look at the domestic chart, The Batman, which is now a week into its release on HBO Max, is still #1 domestic with 376. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 climbs up to #2 domestically with 146 million. Uncharted is at #3 with 145. Again, those are still the only 3 films, now Sonic joining it, 3 films so far this year with over $100 million. I think in 2 weekends, we'll have our fourth film join that list very soon. But wrapping out the top 5, The Lost City is at #4 with 85 million. Good news for that film. Scream's at #5. Lost City is at #4. Scream #5 with 81. Morbius, yes, that film was in the top 5, was #1 its opening weekend, and it has not seen the top 5. A big drop off for Morbius, doing awful at the box office. Morbius is at $69 million. Fantastic Beasts is at 67 domestically. Dog is #8. Jackass Forever is at #9. Death on the Nile #10. And the difference between Morbius and Fantastic Beasts, guys, you can say Morbius is a bigger failure, but Morbius, while has made the same amount as Fantastic Beasts, Morbius was only made for $75 million. And for a superhero film, that is made cheap. It will more likely break even. Fantastic Beasts has a lot to do if it wants to break even. If you look at the worldwide charts, The Batman claims the #1 spot worldwide with 758. Uncharted is at #4. Talk about Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts is the 5th highest grossing movie of the year worldwide. While it is struggling here in the United States, it has done very well internationally. It's made $213.2 million internationally. So far, only 23.9% of Fantastic Beasts' box office has come domestically. Normally, this franchise is very much a worldwide franchise. Internationally, it's proving that, but domestically, it is not. And that's where the film really needs its help. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at #6 worldwide. And Morbius is at #8, and Scream is at #10. As I said, there is no new major film releases hitting theaters this week because the week after, on May the 6th, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness kicks off the summer movie season with opening, and that is supposed to be doing very well. So it's all about waiting there, but also how are these movies going to hold up? Is Fantastic Beasts going to continue to decline? Is Sonic and the Bad Guys on the rise? And how will The Northman and Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent survive in the top 5? as I said, there are a lot of videos coming out on this channel about to be done in school, so I'm going to put more work into the YouTube channel. So stay tuned. As I said, tomorrow you'll get my review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I also, because the bad guys come out and there's no new movies coming out, I'm also doing a ranking video of the DreamWorks animated films. I do my bottom 15, my top 15 DreamWorks animated films. I would love to rank that whole animated studio. Also, we got some TV stuff to review. 2 more weeks of Winning Time on HBO. I'll be reviewing that. Also, this upcoming Friday is the last episodes of Ozark, so I'll be doing a spoiler review of that. So a lot of videos. On Wednesday, you'll get my Moon Knight episode 5 spoiler review. So much coming out. Subscribe, ring the bell. Let's talk more box office. I'll see you guys.